Have you ever just wished you could let things go? Well, today we're diving into a really powerful idea that's been making waves everywhere, and it's from Mel Robbins. It's called the Let Them Theory. We're going to break down how just two simple words can totally change the way you handle everything, from a boss in a bad mood to a partner who just won't clean up.
Okay, let's just get right into it. Do you ever feel completely drained trying to manage other people's actions or their opinions or even just their moods? If you're not in your head right now, you are definitely not alone. And you know what? There's a really good reason you feel that way.
See, it's not a personal failing. It's literally biology. Our brains are hardwired to want control. It's an old survival instinct, right? Control means safety. But here's the catch. The more we try to control the things we absolutely can't, like what other people think or do, the more stressed out and powerless we end up feeling. It's a total paradox.
So, how in the world do you break that cycle of frustration? Well, it all starts with two little words, the Let Them Theory. It's basically a mental switch. It helps you instantly stop pouring your precious energy into things you can't control, and instead bring all that focus back to the one person you can control, you.
I mean, just picture a typical frustrating day, right? Your boss storms in looking like a thundercloud. A customer is being completely ridiculous, or, and this is a classic, a coworker totally takes credit for your work. You can feel that stress bubbling up, can't you? Well, this theory gives you a super simple instruction for that exact moment.
That's it. That's the whole first step. You just say to yourself, let them. Let them be in a bad mood. Let them be rude. Let them take the credit. Now, this isn't about agreeing with them at all. It's just about acknowledging what's happening without letting it completely hijack your peace of mind.
Okay, I know what you're probably thinking. Wait a minute, isn't this just letting people walk all over me? And that is a totally fair question, but honestly, it's the exact opposite of being passive. Let's look at the huge difference between letting them and just letting it go.
You know, let it go can sometimes feel like you're giving up, right? Like you've been defeated. But let them, that's an active choice. It's powerful. It creates this little space between you and the chaos. You're not surrendering. You're just observing from a higher place, choosing not to get sucked into the drama. You're actually holding on to your power.
But hold on, let them is only the first step. That's what creates the space. Step 2 is where you really take your power back. This is where you pivot the focus right back where it belongs, on you.
So right after you've let them be whatever they're going to be, you make a pivot. You shift your focus from what they're doing to what you are going to do. This is that moment where you grab the steering wheel of your own life and decide, okay, where am I going next?
What this theory does so brilliantly is it forces your attention back to the only three things in the entire universe you actually have control over: your thoughts, your actions, and how you deal with your emotions. Someone else can create a storm around you, but they can't decide how you react inside. That power, that is always, always yours.
All right, so now let's go a little deeper. Let's explore how you can apply this theory in a really profound way, especially when it comes to the people who matter most in our lives.
So here's the next layer of this. Let them also means letting people show you who they really are. It means you stop trying to change them, stop wishing they were different, and instead you just observe. You let their actions speak, and you start believing what you see.
Let's take a super common example. You feel completely disrespected because the chores aren't getting done, even though you've talked about it a million times. Instead of launching into another fight, you first say,
You pause, you stop the nagging, you put the frustration on hold, and you just say, let them. Let them leave the dishes in the sink. This doesn't mean you have to like it. It just means you're detaching from that immediate emotional hit so you can see things a little more clearly.
Now comes the let me part. You say, let me have a calm adult conversation about this. You explain how their actions actually make you feel, and if, after all that, they still don't change their behavior, well, that behavior is giving you some really valuable information. It's telling you a truth about their priorities.
And this part is absolutely crucial. You're not giving up. You're gaining clarity. Their actions are showing you the truth of the situation. So now you pivot back to yourself and you ask the real question, let me decide if this is a reality I'm willing to live with long term. You take back your power to choose what is right for you.
So, why does any of this matter? What's the ultimate payoff? Honestly, the single biggest benefit of practicing this theory is what you get back. It's about reclaiming your most valuable, totally non-renewable resources, your time and your energy.
Seriously, think about your energy like a battery. Every single moment you spend worrying about someone else's opinion or trying to change their mind or getting worked up over something you can't control, you're just draining that battery. It's like death by 1,000 paper cuts, and it leaves you feeling exhausted.
Here's a really powerful way to think about it. Imagine that every single time you had a frustrated or anxious thought about someone else, you had to literally pull out your phone and send them $1. How much of your emotional money would you be giving away every single day?
Yeah, that little thought experiment makes the cost of all that mental energy feel pretty real, doesn't it? Well, the let them theory is your way to stop making those payments. It's how you start redirecting all that valuable currency back into your own account.
So, at the end of the day, when you start focusing only on what you can control, you unlock this incredible amount of time and energy. And the real question becomes, what are you going to do with it? What dream will you finally chase? What new thing will you learn? What kind of peace will you create for yourself when you stop giving your power away and start investing it all back into you?